Hello, Libra, and welcome to Scouts Tarot, where curiosity and the divine combine. So this is your September reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and potentially Venus, if it ends up in a love space, for the sign of Libra. So this will be a three-card spread. Wow, already... Is this 2 cards? Yeah, it is. Is this 3? Oh, no, I was going to say, like, bro. Okay, so 3-card spread with your energy from August into September, your energy throughout September. Wow. And then your energy leading into October. And then we'll have some oracle cards to add some clarity and advice and all that jazz. All right, so our first card is the Six of Swords. And I do not read these fellas in reverse. I got them facing straight for you. So again, first position, your energy going from August into September. So you are leaving some behind, Libra. Whatever it was that you've been dealing with, whether, it was in an intellectual capacity, romantic capacity, like professional, family, whatever it was that you may have been working through in August, you feel like, oh my God, these water, like this was some tough stuff, right? Like if you're looking at the Six of Swords itself, like these folks look tired, right? They are exhausted, they cover it up, they just need a minute. Like they had to do some work to get, off the land or out of the place that they were in. And they're crossing this water. So for me, that explains, that's more of like an emotional thing where it's kind of like, this is some emotional challenges that, they had to deal with. So that could have been, on a family level where it was like, maybe there was an argument and that was tough and nobody really, nobody won the argument, right? And everyone feels battered and beaten down. But here we are. We're gonna, yes, the words that we may have said were sharp. They were cold, and it feels like we may have trapped ourselves in this space, but we are at least moving past this point, right? Whatever that challenge was, whatever it is that you're leaving behind, you do know you're at least leaving it behind. You just might not have dealt with it fully yet, right? Like you're still carrying it with you. You still may feel a little bit weighed down, like your boat may feel a little heavy. Even though you are at least making that escape or making that journey away from what is, has been tough for you. So that's kind of the energy, Libra, that I'm picking up going from August into September. As we enter September, we have the Ace of Wands. So wands do represent that passion, that creativity, that self-expression, that, taking something and taking nothing and turning it into something, or taking something and turning it into something better, or something else in general. And aces are like that, that gift from God, that miracle, blessing, a chance, opportunity. So what I'm picking up here is like coming out of August and into September of like trying to leave something behind, perhaps trying to get a fresh start, is that there's a moment of like, oh, I might be able to do that, where you can take a passion or a creative energy, creative, activity, or just something along the lines of inspiration, right? This momentary like, oh wait, I could do this. Perhaps it's like trying to make up for what happened in August, or it's a chance for you to start new, and it just feels like this opportunity comes out of the blue for you, Libra, where it's kind of like, okay, you know what, this is something that I could do. So say it's like a project and suddenly you have, this new opportunity at work to do something fresh, and you're like, you know what, this is the thing that I need to focus on to get past this energy. Especially if this was like, maybe, you got into an argument with your boss, or they said something, you learned something, and you're like, oh my God, I got to get out of this. I'm done with this mess. Like, I'm over it. And now here you are, and the universe is like, looking for an opportunity, did you say? And then here you go, right? This is the opportunity coming down to you. You're like, well, yeah, I think I might just take it. And I think it is like leaning into that passion, right? That perhaps this is, the universe is presenting you with a chance to do something new that aligns with your passion more than, say, your intellect or your the way you communicate or whatever it is. Or if this is, say, a relationship, which I'm not really picking that up here, but just in case. maybe, yeah, that argument that you got in, you're like, you know what, that's it, I'm done, I'm leaving this, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm tired, I'm just going to get the hell on. And as you're making that journey, you're like, wow, that was empowering. Like, that's interesting. And like, you find this newfound, empowerment that allows you to like take charge in your life and be like, you know what, we're going to do it different. We're going to start manifesting some stuff. We're going to work on ourselves, and we're going to use our passion or creative self-expression, whatever it is, to take what was pain and turn it into something positive. And then lastly, we have the Hierophant card. So this is your energy going from September into October. So the Hierophant card can represent like tradition. It can represent like, church, religion, that dogma, but it can also represent, practices that we've done, their habits, things that we're used to, things that make sense to us, having that faith that things will work out because we've done it before. We believed it before, and we have no reason to question it now, right? So I think going into October, like coming out of this, like, manifest energy, I'm going to lean into things that I'm passionate about that make me feel better, that, this opportunity as it arises, I'm going to take up this opportunity and I'm going to lean into it, that you may find yourself relying on, spiritual or religious structures to find that faith when you're like, oh, wait a second, maybe I jumped, maybe I can't do this. Like when those instances of doubt comes in, this could be that opportunity to take a step back and be like, you know what, let me see if I can get some advice from like some traditional sources, whether it's like, it could be like a therapist, a parent, it could be church, it could be God, it could be meditating, whatever it is where you normally go to get advice or reassurance, especially after coming out of a difficult situation like this where you may feel like beaten and battered and, tired of the struggle, or just over it, that you may find this like golden opportunity and you're like, maybe we should revisit this. So that's kind of the feelings that I'm getting for you here, Libra, that you kind of want to take a second to revisit what you're doing, especially because you're leaving a place of vulnerability, a place where you're like, I don't feel comfortable here anymore. This isn't great. I'm tired. Let's move on. Let's get the hell on. And you find yourself in a position where you're like, oh, this could be interesting. This came out of the blue. I think I could do this. So we are going to use the Oracle of the Seven Energies deck to get some clarity around the Six of Swords. See what is Libra dealing with coming out of August and going into September. Okay, one card, please. Solo Uno, is this upside down? Okay, yeah. Well, they're oracles, so I don't necessarily read them upside down. But we shall see how this turns out. But yeah, I'm in my magic, spiritually aligned. What energies does Libra need to focus on leaving August and going into September? Celestial divine. That was a long sentence. Okay. I'm in my magic, spiritually aligned. What energy does Libra need to focus on going into September? Celestial divine. Can we get one card, please? Solo uno. Not trying to make a miss of this disc. Sorry. Let's see what we're working with here. All right, and because it's taking a while, this could mean that, the energies that surrounding the Six of Swords energy was likely a big one, likely challenging. Whoa. Okay, we got two. All right. So these energies were probably difficult for you to grapple with. So we have body and soul and quieting the mind. So we'll start with body and soul, number 5, and I do read from the book, just to, be clear on the interpretations. So extreme self-care is called for when you receive this card. Answer truthfully, Libra. Are you taking care of yourself? Your first choice may be to, take care for others before meeting your own needs, but you have to check in with yourself. Are you experiencing hunger, anger, loneliness, tiredness? I mean, that is the full boat right here, right? Hunger, anger, loneliness, tiredness. So you just exhausted, babe. So this card is a signal that it's time to take a break from your current focus and get busy taking care of you, because you are worthy of care, right? You're taking yourself out of this situation. You're walking away from this challenge, this hurdle, this problem, the struggle. You're walking away from it, right? You may be limping away, but you out, right? So now you got to take care of yourself. Now you have to figure out how to heal you, right? Can you be at ease within yourself, just you doing you with pride and self-worth? You may be leaving, that Six of Swords energy. You may be leaving that space and maybe feeling like, wow, I walked into that one, didn't I? I should have seen that coming, or whatever it is. And you might be beating yourself up about it. It's kind of like, no. Remember, you are a soul that manifests through a body, a spiritual being having a human experience. And that means you are here on purpose, even if there are days when you wonder about that. There is an intentionality to your being here right now, just the way you are, and this time in our collective story. You being here is important, for you are a precious being with purpose, even if it seems elusive on some days. Just know that life loves you. With that in mind, your job is to do your part to make your experience a healthy one. How you nourish your body, mind, and soul is directly related to how you experience your life. It's time to put yourself first, Libra. Then everything will fall beautifully into place. Yeah, that's some powerful stuff right there. Like the Six of Swords energy, it can be difficult once you get in that boat and you're like, oh my God, like imagine like Titanic, and like you finally get off the boat, like it was going down, it was a mess, it was awful, just awful. How did you end up in this place? How did you not see this coming? How didn't you do it better? And you're sitting on this boat and you're just like reflecting on all that pain and struggle and strife. And yeah, sure, there may be gratitude that you're out of that space, but there's not necessarily appreciation for the fact that you're out, you made it, you did it. You're free in this sense. You may not necessarily feel free, but you're free of that situation. And yeah, maybe the Titanic isn't the best example, but at least you know that you're out of that situation. So take a second, take a minute, have a breath, right? You've just been through some stuff. Heal yourself a little bit. And now number 32 is quieting the mind. So the quieting the mind is meditation as a commitment, the need for silence, peace within despite chaotic outer conditions, and letting go of your monkey mind. So yes, life is chaotic, busy, loud, frenetic, and overwhelming. Some days, all that noise is like the roar of thunder echoing around you, and it feels as if you're being pummeled by a rainstorm. Isn't this why we take vacations? To get away to somewhere beautiful? Let's say that last part one more time. Isn't that why we take vacations? To get away to somewhere peaceful, right? You're trying to get out of this space with that energy that you were in, whether it was a project that you were working on, a relationship that you were in, whatever it is, you're taking a break here. You need to get up out. So go ahead and take a deep breath right now. Make a commitment to be still, if only for 5 minutes. Count your breaths and be mindful of every one of them. Know that you have all the time in the world to do the things that need doing. Everything is perfect as it is. So yeah, take that time, Libra. You need to, heal yourself a little bit. Don't worry so much in this space, right? Of like all the stuff that you left behind. Yes, it was struggle, it was challenge, it was bumpy, it was not great. Take that breath, right? Count your breaths even. And remember that, it's okay to recognize your own value, to take that time to heal yourself and, move on from that space once you're done. Which brings us to the Hidden Realms deck. So we're going to get our second Oracle deck. We're going to slide these guys to the bottom. We'll put the Ace of Wands at the top. So we're going to ask the universe for our insight card around your energies in September, Libra. What energy should Libra focus on related to the Ace of Wands in the month of September? And in my magic, spiritually aligned, what energy should Libra focus on around the Ace of Wands? Celestial divine. One card. Two is acceptable. But we are looking for one card. So let's see what you can deliver for dear sweet Libra, so they can have some reassurance, some guidance, as they get through September. So we have Kablamo, the Lady of Lightning. And that is number 35. All right, where's 35? Nope, that is not 35. Oh, went right past it. We're getting there. All right, the Lady of Lightning. So the Lady of Lightning brings, let me put this a little closer. Okay, not that close. The Lady of Lightning brings powerful forces of change into your life. She tells you to expect a sudden shift in your circumstances. Perhaps a situation you weren't anticipating arises and offers you the opportunity of a lifetime, or a series of aha, or swish and flick, whatever. However, you manifest your this opportunity, Libra, that when it happens, it's going to be like shock and awe, basically. Let's see. Maybe someone enters your life and pushes you to new heights. You may have a brilliant idea that hits you like lightning. Let's get it. Be prepared. Change is imminent, and a total paradigm shift may be upon you. Don't resist the changes, as this kind of lightning isn't something you want to fight. Great things are happening when the Lady of Lightning appears. All right, lean into that, right? Because we know that, this is a struggle, this is a challenge, but now as you're going into September, you're going to not focus on the challenge, but focus on healing, right? Focusing on respecting yourself, loving yourself, giving yourself space, reflect, learn, and then move on, right? And as you're doing that work, you're building towards this moment, right? This moment of like, I hate to be like this moment of lightning, but when this fatal event comes towards you, this like almost destined opportunity, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is, the partner I've been looking for, the job that I've been waiting for, the project that I've, been hoping to get off the ground, the family connection I've been hoping to make, whatever it is that you've left behind, that you're like, this is not serving me anymore. The universe is going to be like, you're right, it's not serving you anymore. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on that. Here is your new opportunity, and this is what's going to guide you there. So the guidance that I'm picking up here is self-work, Libra. It's you have gone through some challenge here. I mean, it could have been like you're trying to get a new, house or a car or something, and you start putting all this money down, and then suddenly the guy at the dealership was like, I just get that's not exactly what you wanted, or the bank pulled out, or whatever it is that happened. You're like, great, that didn't work. Don't get mad at yourself. Don't get, don't end up in that dark space. Leave it behind. You escaped the deal. You didn't drag you down too far. You didn't go down with the ship. And as you're making that journey out, a new opportunity will present itself. And now we're going to lean into our final card, that energy going from September into October, which is about faith, right? It's like, oh God, you just left like a real crap situation. This new opportunity appears out of nowhere, right? In September, like it feels like it's oh damn, okay, already. Can I trust this? Should I trust this? Oh God, yeah. Let's go ahead and ask the universe, Libra. So these are the super attractor, oracle cards. That was too many. We're gonna try again. Oracle deck. And what is the advice for dear Libra? I'm in my magic, spiritually aligned. What is the tip, advice, or motto, every time, mantra that Libra needs moving from September into October? Celestial divine. I butchered that sentence. Okay, let's try it again. I am in my magic, spiritually aligned. What energy, tip, advice, or mantra does Libra need in September going into October? Celestial Divine. One card, por favor. We are accepting a two, but would like un solo, por favor. Let's see. The super attractor. Because we know that, yeah, this has been a journey for you. Ooh, there we go. And the journey hasn't been an easy one. Like to leave something like that, it's painful. Whether you wanted it, whether it wanted you, having to give something up and walk away, sail away, whatever it is, from troubled waters. It's like, oh my God. Okay, well, at least it's done. At least it's handled. But it does make it harder to trust the next thing that comes forward. If like that first apartment didn't work out, but oh, here's a house and it's cheaper and it's in a better location. Really? Like, I don't know if I can trust that. And so the super attractor oracle cards are asking you to lean on the energy of, my ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. So I'll read that one more time. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. The Hierophant energy is asking you to take the time to sit back and where you find your faith. So if that's church, if it's meditation, if it's, going on a walk and talking to the stars, whatever it is for you, that helps you align rather with your higher self, with the divine, with the celestial energies around you. Recognize what makes you feel good and think about those feelings, right? Have that, like, what, even just the idea of having a new car, or the idea of me and my partner, having an opportunity to talk and heal our issues, or new romance stepping in, or that confrontation that I had with my family member. Yes, we both cut each other and it hurt, but the opportunity to come together, that feels good. To heal a rift, that feels good. To make up for something, to have another chance at something, those are good feeling thoughts. Think about that. Like, think about what that would feel like when you have that moment, and be in those feelings, be in those thoughts. And if it helps for you to be in a place of worship or spiritual or divine connection, and then think about what it will feel like to, wow, here we are at dinner. Even though a month ago I wanted to punch you in the face, but now we're past that. And doesn't that feel great? Oh, I'm so happy we were able to heal that rift. I'm so happy we were able to get over these troubled waters, right? You want to imagine what it's going to feel like, but imagine it in a place where you normally find reverence and that spiritual connection, because you're sharing that energy with the universe, and the universe is going to be like, oh, so that's what you're looking for. Okay, Libra, I'll match you. I mean, Libra is about balance, right? And it's about the energy you put into something and the energy you get out of something. And if you put good feelings into the space that you want to heal, the universe will reciprocate and be like, yeah, got you. We're gonna send that your way. No worries. So, but if you're putting in these feelings of pain and struggle and strife and anger and frustration, the universe will be like, all right, I mean, if that's what you want, we'll give that to you. So, Libra, the energy I'm picking up here is recognize that, yes, not everything works out the way we want it to. And sometimes we got to walk away from troubling issues. But if you take the time, right, here it is, the body and soul and quieting the mind. Take the time to step away, have a moment, reflect, heal, take care of yourself, right? It's, I get that you may want to focus on other people and ignore the experiences that you just had. Like, nope, it's fine. Out of mind, out of focus, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to worry about it. You're not really healing, right? And when this opportunity comes about, this lady of lightning, that strike when it happens, and this is the opportunity to heal the rift, to try again, to start anew, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you are in a healing space, because you want those good feeling thoughts. You want to be able to sit down and connect with that energy and be like, yes, universe, this is what I want. I want you to connect with me over this. God, this is, I don't want to be in a space of anger and frustration anymore. I want to be in a place of healing and connecting and moving past the problems that we had. So when in September this opportunity arises, you'll have faith and recognize it for what it is, that this is something that you brought to yourself and not something that, you shouldn't trust. Like, you want to be able to trust the blessing when it arrives. Okay, Libra, this is tough, but honestly, it's beautiful. Like, this is so much like self-growth and healing. Like, this is good for you and your partner or your project or your family member, whatever that is. This is, yeah, good stuff. But okay, so this concludes your reading for the month of September. I do not do personal readings. I'm juggling a lot right now, but if I do start those, I will be sure to let you guys know. So if this resonated, feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you in October.